Hi. Now, what does Stater Brothers is my local grocery store? What does Mayocoba beans and tree root brown basmati rice have in common? Come and watch.
Welcome to Healthy Vegan Living.
Step 1. Take the Mayocoba beans out of the bag. Step 2. Measure them about 2 cups. Oh, look. This bag is 16 ounces and makes 2 cups. Step 3. Check them for rocks or twigs or something strange. These are all very, very clean. Put them back in your 4-cup container. The next step is going to put water in this and soak it in the refrigerator. Now we're taking a little bit of a shortcut today. Instead of storing this in the refrigerator for 6 to 8 hours, because what that does is it hydrates the beans and makes them better tasting, what we're going to do is we're going to put them in the refrigerator for 1 hour. Then we're going to just increase our cooking time by 10 minutes in the Instapot pressure cooker, and we're also going to add, in addition to it, some brown basmati rice to it. And I've already found out that I like the bean water mixed in with my rice. It gives me a more fulfilling dinner, and on top of that, beans and rice is a complex protein, so you just can't beat it. So here goes our next step. The water is still hydrating the beans, and we're not quite at 4 cups. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting in 2 cups of tree root long grain rice into the water. So I already know that makes a very thick stew. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut an additional more carrots into it. And I found out from the past that I like some more vegetables. Now it's not that I can't add more vegetables, and I do that. Just this time I just like to have it a little bit easier meals. I have a lot of family functions to go to, and this will make it easier when I want to sneak back in the house while everybody else goes and have a carnivore dinner. I can have myself, we'll use that piece, a quick vegetable dinner. So I'm just going to cut these carrots here. What I'm doing is, you can see they're between 1/2 inch and 1/4. I mean, it doesn't have to, I'm not really picky at it. It's going to go in the pressure pot for quite a long time, so by the time this comes out of here, it's going to be more than ready. Okay, so next after that, I'm cutting this celery, and I'm going to cut it in large chunks. So they've been washed very well, all the dirt's been removed, and now they're just going to go in. Well, it's been over an hour, and the beans are almost fully hydrated, almost to 4 cups. So what I'm going to do now is drain the water out of them and put in the beans that are been soaked into the Instapot to start the process. We're going to start building this right now. So this is what happens first. You don't want to use the water the beans are soaking into. I mean, there could be some dirt and something like that. Once you have the water in there, that's basically to hydrate the beans. And once the beans are hydrated, then they're ready to go. So the beans go first. The next step is to put in the rice. This is 2 cups of rice, of basmati rice. After that, put in the carrots. These are 4 giant carrots. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll go get the water. Next is 6 cups of water. Now the rule of thumb normally is the beans are going to be at the very bottom. It'd be 2 inches from the bottom of the beans. But I've got the rice in here. So I already know that if I put all 6 cups of water, that's going to work fine. So inside of here are 2 bay leaves and 4 large garlics. Also you need a little bit of onions. This is this basic coffee grinder that I normally mix my herbs in. So what you're aiming for is basically something like this. It's going to look like this. So you have all the garlic, you got the bay leaves, and I'll put this in there real quick. Now it's just a matter of pulling it off the cover and putting it inside the liner. So just to recap, there's 2 bay leaves in here, 4 large garlic cloves, and a little bit of onion. Now I'm adding 1 1/2 tablespoons of MLA and sea salt. Of course, if you have to watch your sodium consumption, use less. So once that's done, mix it all together. Just want to make sure that everything is all mixed together. Take your lid. You're going to cook this for 30 minutes and you're going to vent it for about 10 or 15 minutes. It's going to take some time to make this meal. So it'd be manual, and you want to touch the plus sign and move it to 30 minutes. Okay, you wait a few, maybe a minute, and the pot will turn itself on. Okay, now you have to make sure that this is in the center. Not here, not there, right in the center so that it seals. When it seals, the lock mechanism will turn itself on, pop up, and it'll prevent this from being moved. Alright, so we'll see in about 45 minutes. So now the pressure cooker has finally ended its cycle. So we're going to turn it off. And what we're going to do next is a lot of things that needs venting. See? And it's all take 10-15 minutes. Now we're getting to the end of the liner. You don't want to use a metal spoon for that because that'll scratch it. You want to use a plastic spoon. You just have to be careful not to burn yourself. And we're not talking leave it overnight. That's not what I'm saying. You just want it to be cool enough so that you can store it. Now some people use plastic containers or glass containers. If you do that, you can put it right in the container and put it in your fridge or your refrigerator or your freezer. I use plastic bags, so I want to make sure it's as cold as possible. So I don't want that plastic to get in my food. So that's one of the reasons I do it. So what was in my net? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 bags that I can use for in the future, plus a little bit for dinner tonight. I'll be having other vegetables with it. So this was a really good deal. It's a complete dinner. So you have rice, you have beans, carrots, celery, some herbs, and of course the Mayocoba beans. So would you only eat this? No. This would be a side dish because it is a heavy carbohydrate. You'd have a lot more vegetables to this, but this would be a nice side dish that would give you the protein and the power you need to start your day or to have you for a lunch or a dinner. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.
If you like this channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.